Hey y'all, I'm James Wright and welcome to Colonial Homestead. A word of warning. If you haven't seen something like this now, you may want to put down a protective cloth to cover your keyboard or your phone because you might do some drooling. A lot of people haven't seen stores like this and they aren't really all over the place. There's only a few of them in the US, there's a couple in the UK, I know of one in Japan, I know of one in Australia. But if you would like to find a place like this near you, or maybe just some smaller place that sells hand tools, I have a website down below, handtoolfinder.com. It is completely set up to find hand tools anywhere in the world. On there I have a map of the entire world with all the known locations I have heard of to buy hand tools. And if you find something that's not on that map, let me know. Below that I have an entire list of online sellers that are trusted. These are places where you can buy hand tools anywhere in the world. It may not be as cool as a store like this, but they are there. And then below that I have a list of tool collecting organizations. These are places that have group sales that you can go to and you can buy things like this. Okay, you know how much I love MWTCA meets. Well, this is basically like an MWTCA meet that is all the time. So let's go hop in here and see what we've got. Colonial Homestead is in the middle of Amish country. It's central Ohio, and it's just a great place for it. And there are a lot of resources around this area. There's a lot of timber framing and a lot of history in the woodworking, and this shop really takes advantage of all of that. We're going to come inside and you can start to see why this is such a cool place. It's an entire store dedicated to antique hand tools and does a phenomenal job of it. We're going to start over here by the door with the anvils. There is a whole section of metalworking and forging. And yeah, everything from the little to the 400-pound anvil. He sells full sets of auger bits that have been sharpened, as well as they all come with a file set up for the augers. Machinist chests and measuring tools of every kind and shape. And yes, some of these anvils and stands are just absolutely gorgeous. Almost makes me want to get into blacksmithing again. Into little cute ones all the way up to this monster on the far end that is over 400 pounds. Yeah, you read that right. That'd be a really nice anvil. Turning lathe, check this out with the flywheel on it. It actually has a stone flywheel. I would love to do some work on that. One of these days I want to actually make one of these or buy it. In this case, we have a whole bunch of planes that have been restored and tuned up and sharpened, and these are ready to go. You can pick them up and sing with them. There are a ton of post drills all over. Some of them have been restored. Some of them don't need to be restored. Some of them still need to be restored. Collectible tools of every shape and size. And of course, braces and planes and transitional planes and everything else. Here are a bunch of Cooper's tools. These are all for making barrels. And it just goes on and on. Bow saws, frame saws, regular panel saws, cross-cutting saws, from the barrel bin that is where you can get the affordable ones, to the really nice ones, to the ones that have been sharpened and cleaned up and ready to go. Axes of every type, hatchets of every type. I mean, you want it, it's here. And don't forget, they also sell planes. All of the planes. And then, oh my word, we have to stop and look at this. This is a post drill. This is actually a belt-driven post drill, over 1,000 pounds. Oh, I want to take that home. It just wouldn't fit in my car. Okay, yeah, combination planes. 45s, 55s, all the extras, collectibles, post drills, and more post drills, and other post drills, and more post drills, and my word, beam drills, and more beam drills, and more beam drills. It's just... wow. You want a draw knife? You want cabinet scrapers? This is here. Everything is here. Check out these taper reamers as well as the T-augers. If you want a boring time, this is the place you're looking for it. This was a really cool section, just digging through these of all sorts of different odds and ends and saw sets and snips and oh my word. Yeah, you can tell you could spend a long time here digging through things trying to find exactly what you want, because he's got one of everything. Actually, he probably has 3 or 4 of everything. And you can spend an entire day just digging through this, as well as all the supplies for finishing and doing milk paint and glues. They've got all of that as well. He will even occasionally get in full sets of tools. And so if you want a specific set of tools, you could get some of that. It is just one of these amazing places that, yeah, if you're anywhere near it within a few hours drive, it's worth the extension to come out here. Molding planes. I mean, just look at this collection of every type of molding plane you've ever wanted. This is a Cooper's plane. Yes, it's supposed to be upside down. You run the work over the plane rather than the plane over the work. Over 4 foot long. He has a couple files too, and some other files. And, well, he has a lot of files. Hide glue double boilers, and look at those miter boxes down in there. Clamps, vices, you want leg vices, you want face vices, he's got all those as well. And you can just start to see why this is such a cool place. You can just get anything you want, and if it isn't here, he has a contact where, oh yeah, I think I can get one of those for you. It is a collection of just about everything hand tools in the world. A really cool stitching pony, or stitching horse, depending on what you want to call it. As well as he offers classes in here. So there are 2 classrooms where you can come and learn the arts. He has done an extensive amount of research into historical chairs and remaking that, and they do a lot of Windsor chair work in here. Once a month, they have a women's only class where women can come and learn together. All the classes are the Artisans Guild, as well as he teaches timber framing and sells chair kits. You can actually buy all the kits of everything shaped ready so you can put it together, finish it, and smooth it. I'm actually going to be doing one of these. I picked up a chair kit, so stay tuned for that video. There is just so much going on here, from the class to the tools and everything in between. If you really want to go more in depth in this, I have a walkthrough. It's an hour-long video detailing this and showing some of the prices and everything involved. Yeah, there is so much in here. I could spend a couple days in here. I only had enough time to spend 1 full day in the shop shooting video, and it was well worth it. I'm looking forward to the next chance I get to come down here. So everything you'd want, from tools to woodworking kits to classes and everything in between, Colonial Homestead is the place for hand tools, and so much fun. So there you have it. Colonial Homestead is a fantastic and fun place to go to. And there are a few other places like this around the US. If you'd like to try and find a source to buy hand tools near you, the website down below, handtoolfinder.com, is your source for it. I have a map of the entire world, all the known places I know of. If you know of something that's not on there, please let me know and I can add it to the map. I always love finding a new source. Anytime I'm out traveling, I try and find something along the route. So yeah, there are a lot of places in this world where you can't find tools like this. But if you can, it's probably on that map. So if you want to find out more about Colonial Homestead, I have information to that down below. Really, really cool places, if you can tell. If you do have any particular questions about finding hand tools or Colonial Homestead or anything along that line, well, first go look in the link down below. But if you do have other particular questions, throw me a comment. Putting comments down there does help out the channel, so thank you for that. As well as hitting like, share, subscribing. Those things really do help us. They get this channel to grow, so thank you for that. If you'd like to take it one step farther, you may notice that there are a bunch of people scrolling over here. They are the patrons on Patreon. They are the ones who are literally keeping us going. We are completely sponsored by you, the viewer. Between patrons and people who've clicked that join button down below and become members here on YouTube, we are completely sponsored by you, so thank you for that. If you'd like to find out more about it, you can click the little description box down below, and I have information on Patreon as well as becoming a member here on YouTube. We have special perks for both, and it's just a cool way to say thank you for helping us out, because without you guys, this channel wouldn't exist. So I think that'll do it for now, and until next time, have a wonderful day. Okay, yeah, now it's time to go and get that washcloth and clean all the drool off the keyboard. I've done that a few times.